10 of the highest now this has been proof well because I was 2 years old. Good morning, folks. This is Jack. Welcome back to Harmony Point. Harmony Point's chugging right along. We have an alert. What does it say? Panel 101. Wires repair. What the heck out here? Did I even... I don't even know if it's assigned to the maintenance work zone. We should find out. Like it is. Alright, lots of Africa going on, lots of Africa in this. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a habitat along this curve here, all the way up to about here, I think. And it's going to be for the Red River hog and the Okapi. See what else we got going on. Oh! Excuse me for yawning. It's early in the morning. I'm wide awake and I've been out of bed for about a minute, the length of a biscuit. Okay. In Yanam, the warthog has matured and into the fire. Saba. Samba. Enjoy Africa, Masamba. There you go. Okay. And that's really all we had to take care of before we got to the build. Let's see what we can do here. Now, I have repeatedly said in the past that I've had people, why don't you just use curved fences? And I'm like, because I suck at them. I can't get them to work out. I have tried, guys. I've been trying for 3 years. Trying to get curved barriers to work. 3 years of failure. It's embarrassing, to be honest. But it is what it is, nevertheless. Okay, now let's make some small adjustments. That's actually not bad. I'm going to move this in some, like to there. And there's a reason why I intend to put a tree here. Now, I'm going to reuse this fence here. It's a good fence, and it looks good. All right. 10-second coffee break. Ah. Oh, that's nice. Yes, I am a coffee fan. Although I'm also a bit of a coffee snob. I'm very particular about my coffee. I cannot drink Colombian coffee. Why can't you drink Colombian coffee, Jack? Well, I'll tell you. Has anybody out there ever heard of super tasters? Super tasters, one in about 100,000 people in the world are super tasters. And super tasters have a mutation. It's a very common mutation. You know, one in 100,000. That's a pretty common mutation, but this mutation causes you to have twice the number of taste buds on your tongue per square centimeter. Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong key. You know, so I as a super taster have twice the normal number of taste buds on my tongue. And the reason that's relevant to the coffee is I can tell you from taste where the coffee was grown, what part of the world the coffee was grown. I can do other things too. I can identify ingredients of a dish just by the taste of them, things like that. Mostly it's good for party tricks. And there's even a problem with it in that there are some things that I can't stand to have in my mouth because it just tastes wrong. And you would be like, you know, the normal person without twice the taste buds on their tongue would be like, what's the matter with it? Tastes just fine. And I'm sitting there going, no, it's horrible. It's awful. You don't want to, you know. There are some, you know, I don't eat canned vegetables. You know why? All I can taste is the aluminum of the can. So there are downsides. Anyway, but yeah, I can tell you where the coffee that I'm drinking was grown just by the way it tastes. And let me tell you, not all points of coffee origin are born equal. Let me put it that way. Colombian coffee, and granted, Colombian coffee is the most common kind of coffee in the world because they grow a lot of coffee in Colombia, and everybody swears, you know, Juan Valdez, you know, Colombian coffee. Yeah, sorry, no. To me, Colombian coffee tastes like the oily mud that it was grown in. Seriously, all I can taste is the mud. So what I drink is I drink an Indonesian poly blend. Medium roast Indonesian coffee. Well, Jack, that kind of sounds expensive. Hey, you would not be wrong. I do pay a premium for being such a freaking coffee snob. It costs me. But there are some things that you just have to spend the money on. Niven's 10th law, after all, applies. And now I'm going to have to tell you what the Niven's laws are. The science fiction writer Larry Niven came up with a list of rules to live by, and he calls them Niven's laws. And the 10th one is never waste calories. He goes on to explain that never waste calories doesn't mean don't eat junk food. It means if you're going to eat junk food, Eat the really good junk food. Don't eat shit. And as a man who spent most of his adult life as a chef, I can tell you, absolutely. Eat what you want. You don't have to, there's nothing wrong with eating junk food if what you want to eat is junk food. But don't waste your time on the crappy junk food. Get the quality junk food. And while I don't consider coffee to be a junk food, at the same time, I'm not going to waste the calories I put into the coffee. Speaking of, 10-second coffee break. Oh, that's good. Oh man, that's good. I don't use flavored creamers, and I do own a French press. My God, I am so foo-foo when it comes to coffee. Although I did try something new recently. This company, and I have to smirk at how frou-frou and fancy pants and vegan they wanted to be. I'm about to offend some people by continuing this story. You see, I don't have a lot of respect for vegans. They're liars, vegans. Vegans are liars. And I can hear the vegans in the audience going, how dare you call me a liar? Well, you don't want me to call you a liar, stop fucking lying. Why do you call vegans liars, Jack? Because they say their diet is healthier than normal diet. No, it fucking isn't. Don't forget who you're talking to. I was a chef. In addition to being a chef, I was a dietitian. So I know what a healthy diet is. You know what's not a healthy diet? A healthy diet isn't one that's missing 17 vital nutrients that can be only acquired through eating meat products. The human body needs these nutrients that cannot produce these nutrients on its own, and the only place to get it is by eating meat. So, by being vegan and not eating meat, you are literally starving yourself. And I've had people say, well, yeah, I can get those from plant products. No, you can't. That's the thing. They only come from one source. They only come from one source. Well, I'll get supplements. Yeah, what do you think they make the supplements out of? Give you a hint. It's not plants. Oh, well, they'll synthesize it. No, they won't. If it costs them $100 a pound to synthesize the chemicals in a laboratory versus $30 a pound if they harvest them from slaughtered animals, what do you think they're going to spend the money on? Huh? You really think they're going to spend that $100 a pound? No, they're not. So anyway, this is one of the reasons why vegans always seem angry and sallow and not healthy looking, is because they're not healthy looking. Now, if after I tell you this, you still wish to eat vegan, you go right ahead. You have the right to do what you want. I'm not saying don't if that's what you want to do. However, you really need to stop lying to people about how healthy your lifestyle is when it's not really that healthy at all. Okay, and we're also going to borrow this fence. Anyway, like I said, I know I just lost some audience members because I was bad-mouthing veganism. I apologize, but I have to tell the truth. Now, what I need to do is remember what I was talking about before I went off on my veganism rant. Wait. I can't remember. Anyway, I'll either remember it or I won't. But yeah, that's why I'm particularly picky about my coffee. And junk food. Eat the good junk food if you're gonna eat junk food. No cheap potato chips. Get the good ones. Spend the extra buck and get yourself Ruffles. Or even better, oh damn, what is that brand of potato chips? I cannot remember. They're at the Wawa and I think they're amazing. Really shouldn't be eating potato chips anymore. They're high in sodium. Sodium is bad for my heart. Increases my blood pressure, and at this point, high blood pressure, not a good thing. Ladies and gentlemen, with this habitat, what I'm going to do is actually combine 3 different habitat walls. So I want to give the animals a little privacy. How much do we need here? Okay, the Red River Hog only needs a 4-foot tall fence. The Okapi, on the other hand, also needs a 4-foot tall fence. So, whoops. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. And of course, it's raining again. End game, yay! I'm just lucky this isn't some sort of drinking game. Take a shot every time it starts raining. I would be dead of alcohol poisoning in this particular game. Oh, I wanted to show you something. The bongos were having space problems, so I moved them all the way to the end. It was an easy fix. Instead of doing half, I just moved it all the way to the end. So, what else shall we talk about? I was considering watching the new Marvel series on Disney Plus, Agatha All Along. I love Catherine Hahn. I like that character. Yes, she's different from the comic books. I don't care. If somebody's already seen it, let me know if it's worth a watch. Don't give me any spoilers. Just let me know if it's worth my time watching. Okay? My gosh, did it just turn snowy? I suppose it's too much to ask that Planet Zoo 2 take into account where in the world you are building when it comes to weather. And I know laying fence is just one of the most exciting parts of this game, right? What I've considered is doing a limited speed build so that when I put fence down, you guys don't have to sit through it. I mean, it's too late to do that here, really. But let me know what you think of the idea. Assuming any of you are still watching. We recently passed 85,000 views on the channel. I want to thank you guys. I don't think I have the best content on YouTube for even in the niche that is Planet Zoo creators. I believe I'm not in the top 5. I'm probably not even in the top 10. But I like what I do, and I get notifications. You've had 200 more subscribers this month, and I'm like, 200 subscribers in a month. Yes, I gained 200 subscribers over the course of August. And I want to thank each and every one of you. That is fantastic. But I know I'm not the best at this, but I'm enthusiastic. I like doing it. And I like doing it for you. I like hearing from you guys. You guys give me ideas and inspiration. You ask good questions. And you make me feel like I'm not wasting my time. I originally started this channel because my son Zachary felt that I needed a hobby after I was forced to retire. And he's like, this is something you can do without overstressing, and you don't have to be a computer expert. And I was like, bonus. Okay, we're gonna do something cute here. I'm not as tech savvy as some creators. I hear some creators, they're talking about, and then I did this Flamahama Ziban Zabazubi, and it made my Fring Fram count just skyrocket. I'm like, okay, whatever you say, I have no idea what you just actually said. I don't know what those words mean, but it sounds like you're enthused. Good for you. Okay, we now have a baobab tree right at the corner. I think that's a great addition. Speaking of trees, I wanted to add another one. Here. I actually got called Florida Man the other day, and the guy meant it as an insult. I don't take it as an insult for a very specific reason. Most of those crazy stories you hear, but Florida Man drinks Drano and dances a jig naked, that kind of thing. Most of those people are actually immigrants from Ohio. It's true, look it up. Most of the people you've seen in Florida Man stories turn out to be Yankees. They're not from Florida at all. Besides, there's a good reason why there's so many Florida man stories. You'll be surprised what the reason is. The reason is Florida has what are known as sunshine laws. And these sunshine laws were created in an effort to fight political corruption. These laws say that all government records in the state of Florida are open to the public and can be requested and viewed at any time a member of the public wants to. Literally, I can walk into any government office as a Floridian and say, "Hi, I'm here to take a look at your books. I need to see your payroll records." And they have to let me see them. Or I need to see the minutes of the last 5 county assembly meetings. What was the vote tally taken in the state legislature on this particular subject on this particular day? What was the lieutenant governor doing on this date when he was down in Bradenton? Bradenton being a town here in Florida. You know, any sort of government records. How much does the Brevard County Sheriff's Department spend on gasoline for their police cruisers every month? I can request literally any government record in Florida, and they have to let me see it. Now you're wondering, okay, well, what's that got to do with all the crazy news stories? Well, here's the thing. If you're a reporter here in Florida and it's a slow day and you don't really have any stories going, well, you can go straight to the police department and go, "Hey, I want to take a look at your arrest records today." And they have to give you access to everything. Every single thing. They literally cannot hold back anything from you. Right? So you get to see that day's arrest records. No matter how weird they are, no matter what, you get to take a look and see what happened that day. This is your, this is your thing. You're right as a Floridian. And then the other part of it is you get to see 100% of it. Nothing is held back. Other states don't have this. You're asking, well, why is that important? Well, let me tell you. Other states don't have this. So the reporters in Florida can go the extra mile because they have more access to more information. The reporter, you'll see a news report in, Ohio, for example. I'm going to use Ohio a lot. I'm not particularly fond of Ohio, and I apologize to any Ohioans who are watching this. I had a bad experience in Ohio once. Anyway, so a reporter in Ohio goes down and looks at the police records and files a story that reads, 2 women engage in fist fight outside local business. Nothing wrong with this story. It's got all the coverage. And basically, it tells the story. It tells all the information. But the thing is, a Floridian reporter can look at that same story, and what he ends up writing is twin sisters assault each other with dildos outside a porn shop. It's the same story. It's just the reporter in Florida has all the information, and the reporter in Ohio doesn't. And that's why it seems like there's so much weirdness going on in Florida. It's not because it's really weirder, it's because we're more open with our information. And we are absolutely proud of that. We are proud of how open our government records are. Now, granted, it can get a little ridiculous. For example, we once had a case where Okapi and Hogs. We once had a case where the governor of Florida had to write a 15-page report as to why he was spending so much time with his father-in-law, who just so happened to be the Chief Justice of the Florida Supreme Court. And the reason was because the governor's son was getting married. But because it was two government officials meeting in close proximity for an extended period of time, they had to report it. Like I said, everything in Florida, all government, it doesn't matter, all government records are open to the public. All of them. And we're proud of that. But that's why you get so many weirdos in Florida stories. It's not because there's a lot of weirdos here in Florida. It's because we're just more willing to talk about our weirdos than most other states are. Okay, the Okapi made it to the habitat first. Now I need to get this done because that Okapi likes his privacy. He's not going to like the fact that people are gawking at him. So let's figure out the toys. This thing must have an obscenely huge hitbox. Well. Bamboo, my old friend. I was wondering where the Red River Hogs were. Oh, for crying out loud, all this space? Really? That's alright, I know how to expand it. We're going to expand the space. What do we need? 530 out of 1,000 meters? I can fix that. No problem. Just take a little extra time. Rather do it right than do it fast. Oh, wait. Here we go. Here we go. At least we have the hogs in, right? I'm hoping this will be enough space. I know I've kind of gone quiet and I apologize for that. 10-second coffee break. That's good. Oh, that's good. Yeah, as I record this, it is... Yeah, it's 4:32 a.m. So it's early. Just a little bit on the early side. I normally don't get up this early, but my arthritis was giving me trouble. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to fight anymore. There are actually people out there, believe it or not, who get up this early as part of the regular day. I can be one of them, right? Well, I don't know if I'm going to be doing this regularly, but Jesus. All right. I don't know how the food pan got to be part of that object, but I'm not going to question it. Having a good time, having a good time. So yes, somebody let me know if Agatha all along is worth the watch or not. I'm building up to November. My brother Nathan's taking me to the parks again in November. We're gonna have another sojourn. November is the last month for the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, and you guys know, as a chef, I got to go to a food festival, and as a Disney chef, I got to go to Disney's Food Festival. What I'm thinking about doing is actually recording the whole thing, borrowing a GoPro or a camera or what have you, and filming my trip to the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. All right. Are you kidding me here? You're kidding me, right? You know what? I'm just going to risk it. Heck with it. I'm not going to care that much. Okay. Pigs need a little more soil. Apparently everybody wants more soil. Yowzers. Look at this. It's like, no, just make the entire thing soil. There we go. Okay. And they still seem they're having space problems, but I'm not really... You know what? At this point, I'm like, how? You can move through the foliage. Okay. Let's take a look at it from the guest perspective. He's hungry and thirsty. I should probably do something about that. Alright, he can't see past his fellow guests. There we go. Okay. Some info posts. There we go. What about the Okapi? I'll do another one here for the Red River Hog. Okay, what else do I want? I know I should put down. I should put down an educational board. I haven't put very many of those down in the entire zoo. In fact, yeah, here we go. This thing. Looks like people are having a good time, though. All right. Okay, folks, here we go. Our Okapi Red River hog habitat. I think it looks pretty good. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. I haven't decided what the next habitat's going to be, what the next thing is. I do know that I need to figure out a couple of things, and I do need to add a here, in fact, I'll do this now while I'm thinking about it. No. Oh, come on, what is this? Did I hit the wrong button? I hope not. Alright. Here we go. And I want to put down some benches and some trash cans, because otherwise, you know, if I just added a food shop, it's going to be like Garbage City soon. I got pretty good coverage already, but I want to reinforce it. Here we go. We'll add another one of these, because you can never have too many bathrooms, right? We'll just, this one right here. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. I don't know what our next step is. I'm not quite ready to move away from Africa. I might decide to add a desert animal, an African desert animal. We have none in the zoo yet, really. We've got grassland animals, we've got jungle animals. We don't have desert animals. Should be interesting.
There's a solution, you could be a part of it. There's a revolution, you could be the start of it. Better get a move on while there's still a chance of it. If there's no improvement, this could be the last of it. Nature was a haven, now we need saving. No more conversation, time for cultivation. We all got a part to do to help the world pull through. But you gotta build a zoo. This is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. The forest protected shall prosper, the forest neglected shall die. You've an aptitude to change attitudes, cause we have to prove it. That planet to grab your shovel. There's work to do, the world's in trouble.